What's going on, guys? I'm excited going into this new upcoming year. You might as well say it. This year is over with. It was all over the place. We got through the government shutdown. That was seemingly to be monumental because it was the longest in history. A lot of history was made this year by the current administration. But I'm feeling positive because the AI tools are getting more and more frequently affordable, especially on the Google side, Google Gemini side. Even Chat GPT, they're allowing you to try out their tools, at least free, their top business models. Microsoft got their Sora. There's just so many. My daughter was saying something about there's going to be an AI bubble. I don't know what that means. But I'm so excited that now we can leverage AI tools to help in affiliate marketing, network marketing. I might even go back to doing network marketing because AI has made it easier now. And no, not all network marketing companies are scams. I know we're trained to believe this, but it's just simply not true. And off the top of my head, I can think of 3 companies that I might join just because I know they're going to be easier to promote with network marketing. But I'm mainly going to focus on just plain affiliate marketing, one product, give out my referral code, and get a sign up. It's been working for me for years. I don't find any reason now to stop doing it. I'm still not paid on Google AdSense. And I think a lot of people that are on YouTube should stop focusing on that necessarily, because it could take a long time and it might not happen for any of us at all. So just focus on doing content to promote what you're really trying to do. I would focus on that going into this new year. I would focus on at least starting one corporation or LLC this year, this new coming year, I should say, because this year is pretty much over. Everybody in the sound of my voice should be starting a business entity. I give a real grant source. Look in the links below. Real grant source. They give out $1,000. The grant platform owners give out $1,000 grants constantly. So even if there's no grants from the government, they're giving out grants. $1,000 grants all the time. So my link will be below this video for that. Rideshare, I'm still doing it part-time. It is bringing in money. I'm not going to say it isn't, but it's not all bad. The pay still sucks. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. But it gives you backdoor ways to set up other business dealings. Like, you could actually meet a business partner by being a rideshare driver, believe it or not. Because you can't just, if you're going to be good at being a rideshare driver, you can't just drive. Mind you, I'm an introvert, but for some reason, as a rideshare driver, I like to talk to my passengers, probably because I'm not facing them. But if my voice sounds like it's changing, I'm getting a little sick, just a little bit. I found that if you talk to your passengers, you'll find that sometimes you have a lot in common with them, which can also help your business. whatever you're doing. If you're just doing content creation, if you're doing business funding, anything. I realize now what my focus should be. My focus is going to be building I'm labeling it a software publisher company, but the real goal is to help business owners start, grow, market, and get funding. I'm going to be focusing on helping people do that. And I'm going to be leveraging other companies to help me with that. Excuse me. So I don't really have to do the work. All I got to do is get them in the funnel. That's all I really got to do. And you could do the same thing and start a business. You could literally start a business entity, get people in the funnel, send them to different companies that can provide the services they need, and use AI to market it. You're showing people how you're using AI. There's so many tools out, guys. There's so many. I don't even want to confuse people because there's so many tools available. And there's so many people. This is the good part. There's so many people that aren't interested in learning AI tools. This is where you come in as a business. You start a business, you'd be like, we can help you with each stage of building your business, marketing your business. Disclaimer: you're not a lawyer, you're not a law firm, you don't work for a law firm, you're not a lawyer, you're not one of these tax people, you're just a consultant. But the reason why you're not setting up your business as a business consulting company, the banks are hip to that. The minute you go in and sit down, open a bank account and be like, yeah, we're doing consulting, red flags go off. Even though that's technically not a high risk entity, everybody, especially black entrepreneurs in the consulting space, red flags are going to go off because they know that you usually won't win just doing consulting. But technology is hot right now because of AI. So if you're doing a technology-based company, AI automation, you could call it, AI marketing, AI media marketing, anything in that realm is hot right now to the bank's eyes. And if you fix your personal credit for leverage, which I got to do a little tweaking. I made some mistakes just like everybody. I'm not perfect. So I got to make some tweaks to my credit going into the new year to get me back to the 700s so I can qualify some funding for my new holding company that I'll be building. So I'm not perfect. I'm not here trying to act like I'm perfect. But that's what makes this journey so good, is you're going to see, oh, he's not perfect. He did it. He made mistakes. He did it. And it's going to not only make you believe that you could do it, you'll actually start finally taking action. Because a lot of people aren't going to take action. Even if you're watching this video, a lot of you just not going to take action. You're just people watchers. You just like to watch people level up. You never want to buy or purchase anything. But I'm going to be using AI for everything going into this new year. For credit repair, I'm using an AI tool. Marketing, of course. Thumbnails, titles. I'm going to actually be using Notebook LM to start doing some video format for me. I'm so excited. And this is how entrepreneurship should be. You got to get excited. If you're not excited about become an entrepreneur, you're never going to make it, in my opinion. You're never going to make it. I've been doing content for over 8 years, and I've been monetized for a short time, but I'm going to keep it real. I love YouTube, but they play games. They'll demonetize you whenever they feel like it for little simple stuff. That should not be your focus, is AdSense. But YouTube is a great platform to advertise your business, especially if you have a brick and mortar business. If I had a cell phone store all the way back in 98. I'm telling my age right now. And we were still doing paper flyers on cars. Literally having somebody put paper flyers on cars. It was ineffective. And if you were lucky, out of 100, you got one person to respond. I had my own cell phone store back in 98 in Stamford, Connecticut. It was very, very hard. But today, if I just had YouTube and AI tools that I have now, I truly believe I would be rich right now. And I would still be an owner of a brick and mortar business right now. But I digress, because I actually prefer to build something online and then go back to brick and mortar later. There's nothing wrong with brick and mortar. It does help to have a brick and mortar store. But I think it's easier to start online for most of us, because you don't have the overhead, you don't have the rent. And then once you make some money, go after some of these grants, go after business funding, then you could go back and purchase a brick and mortar location for your division of your main company. Everything is in place now. We have all the tools. This is like when the internet first came out to me. That's how exciting it is. This is like cryptocurrency back in 2017 when it was exciting. Not so exciting now, but. And then we're going to be going into a lot of all the stages. Trust, building a living trust, building a holding company, building operating companies, investing in stocks, cryptocurrency. This truck just was coming over and not even paying attention. Good thing even though I'm doing a video, I'm still paying attention to the road. Guy literally was trying to kill me coming over. But we're going to be talking about stocks, investing in stocks, crypto, possibly using the blockchain to build some stuff. But it's just going to be exciting. It's going to be so exciting for me to go into this new year. What am I currently doing right now? For those of you that are just coming across the first video that you've ever seen of me, I'm currently doing Uber, Lyft, which is not exciting, part-time. Technically, I'm not bragging. I'm just telling you what I'm doing. I do rent 2 bedrooms in my 2-bedroom apartment, and a lot of people, they always chime in the comments and be like, if you only have 2 bedrooms, where do you sleep? I have one of those large living room, dining room combinations. You know how the living rooms and the dining room are the same size. So I basically sectioned off the living room, and that's my bedroom. And there's a door there that technically is the front door, but nobody uses that door. We all use the back door for whatever reason. We're living in a 3-family house, but for some reason everybody uses the back door in the building. So that front door I don't really use in my room, and they don't use it. my roommates, they go out the back door, which everybody uses. And I have the master bedroom and the smaller bedroom. I'm renting out both bedrooms to cover my rent. I could easily say it covers my rent and one utility. Easily, I could say that. I wouldn't say it covers everything in the apartment, but easily covers, I would say, probably I could say it covers the gas and the rent completely. I pay the electric bill. I buy all the utilities. Not the utilities. I buy all the essentials like toilet paper, paper towel. I do that. Anything they might need in the kitchen, I do that. And it's damn near an Airbnb, in my opinion, because I do, even though they're grown men, sometimes they leave a mess. So I will catch myself sometime having to clean up after them. That's the part you guys won't like, because it's not as easy as it is. And the one thing unique about me with renting rooms, because there's really nothing unique about renting rooms, the only thing I can say is unique is I get it weekly. So I live not far from the Burlington Turnpike in Connecticut, which they have a lot of hotels, and they do weekly rentals. They do like 170, 180 a month. So I do weekly. I mean, they do 170, 180 a week. I do weekly because if something happens with their job, I at least got some time to figure things out. So I got one guy in a smaller bedroom. He gives me 175 every week. He's my best guy, respectful, clean. The guy in the bigger room, I call the master bedroom. There's no bathroom. We share one bathroom. That's the only negative thing too. So I'm not gonna say that it's been easy sharing one bathroom. But for the most part, we're not always in the house at the same time, except maybe at night. So it's not the end of the world. But the other guy with the bigger room, I charge him $180 a week. And he does have a habit of drinking a lot. But he's up to so far pretty much paid his rent on time every week. Technically, they're supposed to pay on Friday. He pays on Saturday for the most part. Occasionally, he's run behind and paid on Sunday, but it's not the end of the world. He still pays. And that's my setup for right now. And people, I always got some wise guy in the comments. It's like, oh, you're not grinding. I guess because I'm not out here doing rideshare 10, 12 hours a day. No. Rideshare will destroy your car. This is my third car since I've been living in this part of Connecticut. And I did take a break. I took a break during the pandemic in 2020. I stopped driving for a while. 100% stopped driving. And I was only doing my online stuff. My affiliate marketing. And I had a lot of government funding. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was chilling during the pandemic. After I went separate ways with the girl I moved up here with, she left. She got Section 8 somehow, through the graces of God. She got Section 8, moved back to Norwalk. And I stayed up here in the greater Hartford area. And right after she left is when I started getting the grants and all the real money. Thank God. Because she would have had me spending the money She did pay rent, but it was such a small amount. You know how women are, especially if you're in some type of relationship with them, they don't want to pay as much. But she did pay a small amount. Uh, Very little. Not as much as the guys that I'm renting to. She went her separate way, got her little Section 8. She has a complicated situation that I probably shouldn't talk about online. But through the grace of God, I started getting grants during the whole pandemic situation. I got my first loan amount. I think it was like 17,500. Yeah, about 17,500. I got another grant for 10, straight up grant that I didn't have to pay back. And then there was another smaller grant for 5 I didn't have to pay back. And that's the Biden administration. Biden administration was giving out money during the pandemic like crazy. And this is the Biden administration, but Trump was coming in like after the fact, at some point towards the end of, I don't want to say the end of the pandemic because the pandemic still went on. But 2021, I went back to Uber driving for 2 reasons. I know it would be good content. I know it would be good content because nobody particularly likes Uber. They don't like Lyft either, but Uber's the grandfather who started it all. A lot of people hate Uber, so I know people can relate. And I knew the pay was always going to suck. But believe it or not, the pay was better than even it is right now, those few years. 2021 to 2022, the pay was better than it is now. So it's getting worse. But I went back because I knew it would be good content. And I basically have 2 YouTube channels that talk about rideshare. My main channel on rideshare is called Nice Guy Driver. I talk about rideshare on that channel. But I knew this was going to also give me a platform to talk about going private. And that's going to be my operating company underneath the main holding company, which is the AI marketing company. So I kind of got things already laid out how I'm going to go into my future because I know rideshare is dying. And I'm probably no longer going to be driving. And I know I've been saying this for years. I did quit in 2020. But I'm probably really going to be done going into 2026. I'm still going to be in transportation, though. I'm going to be a 100% private courier company. And I still might keep Lyft and Uber active because I still might use those apps to convert passengers. Particularly Lyft. I really don't care about Uber anymore. If Uber deactivated me tomorrow, I wouldn't cry. I wouldn't cry because they really suck that bad. Lyft is at least paying me slightly better than Uber. It's not a big difference, but slightly better. Now back to the grant money, the pandemic money. My total loan is $72,000 that I gotta pay back. It sounds like a lot, but it's at a very small percentage, 3%. It's a manageable payment, like $300-something a month. It's like paying a credit card, so it's not the end of the world. I did get the PPP during the pandemic. I got like less than $8,000, like 700. I want to say 7,800. But I got it waived legally. I got all this money from the government just being an Uber driver. So being an Uber driver if nothing else, helped me get through the pandemic. And this was my first grandchild was being born. So I wanted to spend a lot of time with my daughter and my granddaughter. So that was good. My credit was decent back then, and I don't want to say completely tanked it because I kept some things good. I even talk about on the channel the credit cards I did get, and I've kept those cards pretty much good, but I maxed a lot of them out. So I am on a rebuilding stage. So I'm working on my credit using the AI tool that I'm probably going to talk about on one of the channels, because that is affiliate marketing. That's an affiliate referral. Everything I do is going to be an affiliate marketing referral, because that's how I make money and you can make money, especially on YouTube. And no, you might not get rich doing affiliate marketing, but that's one of your hustles. You know, you could build a affiliate marketing company to pay as much as a job if you do it right. So now, some of you that have been following me for a while, you might be wondering, well, I thought you had a company. I do have a company that I set up in Navy Federal is my bank account, but the people I had set it up did some things that technically was wrong, under-promised. They over-promised, under-delivered. This guy named E.D. Cole. I also did some things with RIP, Troy Mason's company, called the Black Table. They overpromised, underdelivered. That didn't work out. So you will get scammed in this entrepreneurial process sometimes. It happens to everybody, the best of us. But I look at it as a learning process. I learned so you don't have to make those same mistakes. Because I'll be honest, you don't need me. You don't need anybody. But on my journey, I'll be telling you the tools and companies that I work with that you could go work with yourself and do all this on your own. I just learned that stop paying these companies so much money for stuff you can do yourself. You know, unless they're a law firm, a real law firm, you can't be spending G's, in my opinion. A couple $100 here and there, and you lose it, it's not the end of the world. It's like cryptocurrency. You're going to lose, you're going to win. And it doesn't hurt to have one good affiliate marketing company. No, more than one. You want to have a couple affiliate marketing companies, one good network marketing company, in your arsenal of your hustles. Now, Uber and Lyft is like my job. So look at your job, keep your job while you're building your business. I don't have a conventional job, so I look at Uber and Lyft as the job, even though it's part-time. And while I'm doing the renting the rooms and working on the online business it's gonna dwarf everything I'm doing in the future. In the near future, if I do this right. And then I'm going to have corporate credit and business credit I'll be building along this journey. So you'll be able to watch my progression. You'll be able to watch my journey. Now, my goal is to build out my own platform, bring on other people so I'm not the only person teaching or promoting, make it more interesting for you guys, and make a small monthly amount, because I believe if you have at least one thing bringing in money monthly, it looks good to the banks. If you have some type of membership where you're getting paid every month or every day. The network marketing also helps with that. Have some money coming in every day, from some online hustle. That looks good to the bank. That's going to help you get more business credit. Now, the transportation stuff is going to be a subdivision or a division of the main company, because transportation is high risk, obviously. Any type of transportation is high risk. So we're going to go after business credit with the technology or software company because it's low risk. And we're going to be talking about that. Low risk name, low risk NAICS code, where to get your business address, where to get your business phone number. So you got to set up an email. We're going to be talking about all that. So I got enough content ideas, and then I got AI tools to help me with the content ideas. So I'm going to be good going into the next year. So you will be seeing my face less. Some of you are probably happy about that. It's like, I'm tired of seeing his face anyway. So you're going to be seeing my face less, but there will always still be content on the channels. And I think that's for the best. I think I'll build a bigger audience, because some people might not relate to, I'm not saying that necessarily because I look bad or anything, but I'm saying everybody relates to certain people or video, and just because you relate to me, it might not draw in other people. I want a wider audience. So it's another reason why I like AI, because I'll be able to bring in avatars that don't look like me, that can reach a broader audience. So even if I don't have a team right away, I'll have AI as my team until I actually start hiring. My only goal really is to hire in the future maybe 2 people. If I could build an empire with 2 people in AI, I win. Why only 2 people? Because a true corporation, you got to have an odd number of people so you can vote on things. That's the only reason why I want to bring in at least 2 people. 4 at the most, because I'll be the 5th and I'll break the tie. And those people will invest their time, money, their audience to help build the business. And they might leverage their personal credit to also help us bring in more business and corporate credit. I don't want to do this alone anymore. I don't think you could get truly wealthy by yourself. It's another reason why I like network marketing. You're not by yourself. You have a team. But I want to have a real physical team. I don't want to rely on just a network marketing platform. I want to have a real team of people that have an audience, number one. They have to come in with an audience. So they have to come in with an audience, and they have to know more about AI than me, which ain't going to be that hard. But you'd be surprised about how much I know. I know more than probably the average person. The average person that gets in my car when I'm doing Uber and Lyft, they know less about AI than I do. And a lot of them are younger. A lot of them are young, way younger than me, and they know less about AI. The only thing they know is ChatGPT. That's it. But they don't even know how to use it to build a business. That's where I come in. I'm going to be showing people how to do this, but I can't show people until I get to a certain level. The big business people aren't going to take me serious. I'm already doing more than a lot of average people at the level I'm at right now. I'm already doing more than an average person. I'm already bringing in more money and doing more than an average person that I meet. I want to do more than people that I actually know. I want to get to the point where I have a 6-figure business so I can go after the bigger companies with the team. And then I can have more free time with friends and family because I'm not the only person doing the work. It should be easy to find people that have an audience. Everybody has some type of social media presence. They have to be willing to promote the company on their platforms. If they're willing to do that, we have a deal. If they're not willing to do that, they don't get hired. It's that simple, you know. And I'm even willing to bring in 2 people and pay them what I get paid. So I would never pay myself more than what the employees are going to get paid. That's how I'm going to keep. That's how I know this is going to be successful, because they're going to make what I make, at least from the actual company. You know, I might be able to make more on like affiliate marketing or network marketing, but the actual company paycheck, I will never pay myself more than they make. So if I give myself a raise, they will get a raise. This is how I'm going to keep them motivated. And the 2 people will get shares in the company. They have to be from Connecticut. They will get shares in the company. They will get 1 share in the company, and they will be able to help make decisions of the company going forward. And yes, they will get things paid for. Travel, meals, possibly future living situation. Could happen. And I know I'm talking in the future tense, but if you have goals in mind, you're going to make it happen. If you're driven. And if you're not driven, you're simply not going to make it. You're not going to make it. I know people that started YouTube channels and they just gave up after a year. Those type of people are just not going to make it. I've had YouTube channels for over 8 years, and if I walk in a bank right now, if I walk in the bank right now and just show them my audience, they'll be like, okay, he's doing something. He's working at least. So I know I'm not slacking on the content creation side as far as building the audience, because I'm on everything. Excuse me. Cole's kicking in. I think I got a couple Instagrams, TikTok, Facebook, a couple channels. But this is what we're doing. If you're interested in anything I'm doing, links will be below. You got any questions, send me an email. And if you're ready to support, it's free. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys for your continued support. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video. Thank you.